I kind of like I'm asking. I kind of like want to sort of like weird this because I really like been following you for quite a while, and
And it's weird to
yeah.
speak.
What?
Is it weird to speak to the video of me? Like
Yeah,
normally you're just
totally.
watching it and now there's like a backwards and forwards.
Yeah, totally.
The,
So weird.
the YouTube video is suddenly speaking back to you.
Yeah, exactly. So weird. So I don't even know where I should begin. But I mean, you have meant so much. It was like a part of my journey where I was like very confused and I didn't really understand what I was going through. And your videos, and back then there wasn't that much like it is today, non-dual stuff. Um, and yeah, it had a like a big impact on me and my journey at that time was such a blessing
Nice.
that you were like it was kind of like only you and Adyashanti who really like mention it like explicitly like okay there is not anyone really here and there is no one doing anything and that was like my experience but no one actually talked about it. I was like I'm going mad in this
Yeah.
process. And I was like, this is delusional. And it was so hard to really understand what the mind couldn't get it. And it still can't, of course, but
Yeah.
it's, or actually it can still, but these days it's kind of like more like, um, I don't know. It's so weird. The mind is a weird thing,
It is, isn't it?
you know?
It's like water, like trying to capture water. Like a thought comes and then as
Exactly.
quickly
Yeah.
as it's come, it's gone again, and then we're left here. We're
Yeah.
left just
Exactly.
here. It's and
Like
that,
everything. Exactly.
yeah.
Yeah.
And
It's like constant.
yeah, but thoughts are in a way even more bizarre because who thinks them? Where do they come from? And we can't really see them, but we can kind of hear them. Or is it hearing a thought? Like, how do we know a thought? Like at
Yeah.
least with like external objects, it's like we can sort of touch them, we can sort of name them, and but a thought is so ethereal, and this like I don't even know if scientists have worked out where thoughts come from. Like they've had these experiences where people have like heart transplants and then they have other people's thoughts. Like so
Yeah.
somebody like has someone else's heart and then they have the thoughts and memories of the person's heart that they've had put into them. Like that's really weird. Like what is a thought?
Yeah. That
And
is
then when
weird.
you become really present, like or like what can happen, this doesn't happen to everybody, but then you also become very sensitive to other humans' thoughts. So then it really gets
Yeah.
blurred, like who is
Yeah.
thinking. So you can have very bizarre experiences where you think something and then the other person says it, or you kind of
Yeah. Yeah.
know what the other person's thinking or feeling. And
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Yeah,
so,
yeah, and also and yeah, and you also can feel it like before it's happening, of
yeah,
course. But yeah, it's weird because when you're getting down to it, you can see also that there is like no distinction between a thought or a body or a table or anything really. You can see that it's kind of
yeah,
like the same thing in the
yeah,
end, and it just appears to be different, of course. But I don't know. It's it is a weird thing also to move in the world and with regular people. I mean everyone is regular, but with people and and just do like regular stuff and behave normally and everything is so weird.
yeah, yeah,
you know and also like I don't know, it's like it is so weird. I mean when you're getting into this process more and more, I find it like it's kind of like you have to manage to kind of like jiggle like many things simultaneously, um, and to be able to kind of shift and speak in different contexts and ways and it's so weird. You have to be flexible, like you said. It's all about mental flexibility.
yeah, yeah,
Life kind of like teaches one that in this process, I feel,
yeah,
and also with
yeah,
the energetics going on and all this
yeah,
intense stuff.
yeah, totally. Yeah, especially when you have lots of energetic movement, and then
Yeah,
interacting with
yeah,
a like society that has
yes,
no context or
exactly.
idea
Yeah,
about this subject. If it happened and you were living in India, there would be more of a
yeah,
context for it. But you live in the
yeah,
West, and
yes,
it's the only religious
totally.
context that people know about is a God that's
Yeah,
in the heaven, and a lot of people now are atheists, so they
yeah,
reject the idea of God.
exactly, exactly. And all these kind of like dynamics going on, between one and other people. I mean, when you're becoming more and more awakened and you become so sensitive, and it's like I don't know, because I could really relate to all this kind of like intense Kundalini stuff you shared to us. When one is shaking and one is thinking that one might turn into um, that one is becoming mad, and yeah, it's so weird. Everything
Yeah,
can be so weird
yeah,
on this journey. And
yeah,
that's the thing I guess I appreciating with you as well, I guess. That when I have listened to you, you kind of like have this beautiful combination. I can really like feel you when you're speaking. I mean, you have this beautiful combination. Of course, your teachers were kind of like inclined towards this sort of like uh, what is called Jnana yoga, Jnani. But you definitely feel like a bhakta, like a bhakti yoga.
yeah,
Like it, you have so much heart, you know.
yeah,
I like that a lot. And I'm actually I have like been living and practicing. I'm actually living right next to a Zen Buddhist temple, and we kind of like practicing like a lot of meditation there. We sit for like 10 hours a day during our retreats. We have those once every month, and it's so intense. Like it's so intense. It's a totally different level of practice. And the people who's living here, they're like, yeah, doing a lot of sitting. That's like the only thing we do during the whole days. And we're working, sitting, working, sitting, working, sitting. It's almost like you did with Roger. Like it's a very intense
yeah. I used to
situation.
do Vipassana retreats as well, so I
Okay,
know the
cool.
10 hours of
Oh,
sitting
yes.
meditation and then working in between that as well. You always at these retreat centers have to do the work as well.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah,
But my question is, because I haven't asked any question, but my question is, so, because I guess I have kind of like elaborated myself on what I wanted to ask in the end. But my question was initially, or the thought about my question that appeared, of course, was something along the lines of that I wanted you, or wished that you might elaborate, like we actually already done, ironically, about integration, because
yeah,
that's like a part that I really have felt like a challenge, you know?
yeah, yeah, totally. And I'm so glad that you're living near a Zen monastery, or you're living at a Zen monastery or a Zen retreat center, whatever you called it. Because community is a really important thing, and it's really something that a lot of Westerners struggle with that are into this subject. And the beautiful thing about the community is that they can stabilize the life and support you in the releasing of like really intense emotions. Like you might not notice it because you're there all the time, and but it's so much better than just say if you're living with a family, if you had a family and living with a family that have no idea of spiritual awakening, and then you're going through all these intense processes. So even though it might not be perfect because nothing ever is, but having a community around you is really beautiful because it is such a intense process, the awakening or the integration of that into life, particularly as a Westerner where this is seen as crazy, or I mean it's better now, but it's still not accepted in society. And there's so much that happens. There's the whole body changes. There's so much energy that has to come out of the body. And then there's also the focusing and the concentration that is required as well to not turn away from things, to not just automatically run into things. But I feel like as soon as you've awoken, you've stepped into the stream, and the stream is going to take you home. So everything that's happened since that awakening arose in you, it's hard to sometimes see that in retrospect, but it's actually been the perfect journey for you. So it might feel like at times it's gone wrong, or it's not quite right, or it's been hard, but all of that has created the perfect reflection back to you for you to release more and more illusion for the body, or to allow the body to expand and more to that realization. So,
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I can actually see that part of it myself as well. But
yeah,
it is like you are explaining. I mean, in our, Western culture and in our society, it is definitely a big, huge difference in this context.
yeah,
I mean, in comparison to like India or something, of course. But
yeah,
yeah, it's a weird process to go through, and we are
yeah.
blessed that we're having people like you, uh,
Ah, yeah,
or voluntarily like um, exposing themselves
yeah,
in this way. You know, it's
yeah. This is a
yeah,
real huge blessing about the emerging of the internet, is the ability to find teachers and to access it. Like, it's a lot harder to access 20, 30 years ago. You had to go to India or send off for tapes. Now it's a lot more accessible. And there is a
totally.
community that can be found online that can reflect a lot of the stuff back.
Especially people
Yeah,
like you yourself, because there's so much out there, these days. So I don't know. I just appreciate when people like yourself are
oh,
making themselves available.
yeah. Oh,
And
thank you.
yeah, yeah. I wanted to come out and having this kind of like chat with you
Yeah.
um,
Yeah,
for
and
a while.
thank you,
But
and thank you
yeah,
for the appreciation. Like, yeah, I just really, where the feeling is the feeling, is I just really like love you. Like, I don't, I mean that like in a personal way and not a romantic, but just I really love the people that I speak to, and that like it's just
I love you
it's
too.
yeah, it's just really like love
Of
you.
course.
Yeah, and I just want, the feeling is just wanting to share, wanting to not share as in share information, but share love.
Yeah, I can see it on you. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah,
Yeah. But I wanted to have this chat with you for a while, but um, I also have this. I have like two personal Zen teachers that I have the privilege to work very like close up
yeah.
with. But you have been such a um, magical part of my journey. So yeah, it's
Oh, beautiful.
such a pleasure to.
Yeah, yeah. Thank you for coming online and like letting me see and hear and experience you. Yeah,
Yeah, thank you too.
yeah,
Thank you for
mm,
your support. Yeah, thank
yeah.
you.
Thank you. Oh, beautiful.
Thanks.
Oh, that's really lovely. Yeah, really beautiful. Set to unpin. Yeah, it's really beautiful to like see, because from my side, like I'm expressing from this place of wanting to share love, but I often don't get to see the people that I'm sharing it with. So it's really beautiful to have that opportunity. It's also quite vulnerable to say that online as well, because with the Bhakti path, like the big pitfall of it is the the misinterpretation of the love. So sometimes it's a bit vulnerable to speak about it. Yeah, just feel lots of love now.